Dear summer, everyone. Now we'll take a look at what lies ahead for us for the summer and the fall timeframe. One of the main things really, that we're looking ahead to is the reopening of the mandir. But unfortunately, we're not quite in a time period or in a space where we can actually really open up the mandir for obvious reasons. And needless to say, all of us are really, really excited to and really want to open up the mandir, Pujasanto included. Having said that, given the current circumstances, it's just not safe to do so. And as a result, there's not really any timeline that we can put against the reopening of the mandir. And as you've seen in other regions, the mandirs are opening up a little bit more due to vaccine availability and a lot of other things that have happened in those, states in the U.S. That is not the reality here in Canada. And so as a result, we do have to continue to stay safe and while we stay apart. Obviously, this year has been a huge year for virtual ways of connecting. And so, one of the opportunities that the Sanstha has taken in this time period is to actually implement the rollout of the Office 365 platform that allows all of us to communicate in a safe and effective manner, such that the content of the Sanstha is protected. But at the same time, we can actually share information and content more easily with each other. The other benefit is that when we move sevas or we change sevas, the content doesn't really go anywhere, and that we can actually more easily transfer content from one person to another. And so those are some of the benefits of Office 365. And over the months of June and July, we'll see pretty much all the Guidekers getting onboarded onto the Office 365 platform. If you have any questions, please do reach out to your leads and or the RAs that can certainly help you. And so they have a very good knowledge on how the platform works and any of the issues that you may have. There's a really good support system as well, so we don't have to feel like we're going to be thrown into using this tool without any support. So there's a very good support structure, and Pujanisha Muniswami actually heads up the entire transition. So we have some local help here as well if we need it. One of the cornerstones of this summer is going to be the summer shibir. Obviously, the biggest part of that is the adivation. All of us are looking forward to it. A lot of us have, well on our way to having prepare the actual adivation, mukbat, and all of that. The registration deadline is tomorrow. I know that the pledging has already taken place, and there has been a lot of Bal Balika Kishore Kishori that have pledged in way beyond what we expected the numbers to be. But having said that, the registration portion in BKMS, that also includes the fee that you have to pay. That portion is still pending for quite a few Balaks, Balikas, Kishores, and Kishoris. So let's make sure that by May 2nd, which is tomorrow, we get everyone registered and everyone sort of locked and loaded so that they can focus on the next few pieces that are upcoming in terms of the actual adivation itself. One of the key roles that we play in the preparation for the summer shibir is the proctoring piece. A lot of us are going to be proctors for balaks and balikas and possibly even kishores and kishoris. And so we want to make sure that that proctor training process is one that ensures that there's consistency of training and consistency of execution of the proctoring across the nation so that no one feels that one proctor was easier than another and or anything like that. So to make sure that there's that consistency, that proctor training will be happening on June 12th. The next important timeline is the skills competition, and that's on May 24th. That's just under a month from now. And the reason that we kept the skills competition deadline much earlier than the adivation is so that everyone, all the delegates, can actually focus on preparing for the adivation. So there isn't this thing of, oh, I have to do the skills competition and I have to do this, and there's no competing priorities. The other part is, to be honest, the summer is going to be a short one, given a lot of the regions in Canada are in lockdown. And so we didn't want to overload the summer either for everyone, given that there's already preparation going on for the mukbat. So mukbat and a little bit of fun is what's in store for the summer. for all the delegates included. The Kishore Manda or Kishore Manda proctoring will be happening on July 31st and August 1st. This is again to make sure the timing that is going to be happening. The reason we picked 2 days is so that everything can be done within that 2 days. The proctors themselves also have to participate in their own mukbard. There's a lot of other logistics as well. So we wanted to make sure that all of it was sort of wrapped up within that time frame. So the local proctoring is going to be happening for Kishore Kishori Manda on July 31st and August 1st. For Bal Balika Manda, that process is going to be on August 7th and August 8th. So please do keep those dates in mind as well. So once that proctoring is done, obviously the next step is the award ceremony. And so a lot of Kishores and Kishores Balaks, because like all the delegates are going to be eagerly awaiting their results, obviously, and then they're going to take part in the award ceremony. Obviously, this year the award ceremony is going to be virtual, and so a lot of them will already have the medals or whatever they've actually won in their possession well in advance of the award ceremony. And there's going to be a really unique ceremony that's going to take place, and it's a really exciting program that's in store for everyone. The details will be shared as sort of time comes closer, but it's really, really exciting program that the North America team has actually put together for all of us. The summer is going to be capped off with a really, really exciting Vidhi, and this is the Nilkantwarni Tapomurti Sthapan Vidhi. And all of us know by now through the sabhas and through the announcements that have been happening that this unique opportunity is going to be a really interesting one. This murti is extremely unique in that it's going to be a 49-foot murti that is going to be placed, welcoming everyone as they enter into the Akshardham in Robbinsville, obviously. And so, again, a unique opportunity for all of us to be a part of that Vidhi. So please do tune in on August 28th for that Vidhi itself. And so the next piece we wanted to just focus on was the Gujarati class update. Obviously, Gujarati classes have been happening virtually this year. And now, in addition to everyone else transitioning over from a platform standpoint, we're also going to have the Gujarati teachers also transition the platform as well. For them, it's a little bit more of a difficult task because there's a lot of stuff that's in Google Classroom and in other areas as well, or other ways of sharing the content and all of that stuff. So the transition is going to be a little bit more tricky for them, and so training is going to be happening over May all the way through to July, so that they're well aware of how this is going to take place over that period of time. So they're going to be very busy with making sure that they're trained up with all of that. One of the aspects of that is the new book that they're going to be trained and they're going to be introduced to, that in the new term in September, they're going to be using this new book, the Akshar Gujarati Learner book that has been completely revamped with the Kaidekars across North America. And it's a point of pride for the Canadian team as well, because we've spent a lot of time and effort in making sure that this content was resonated really well with the Balaks and Balikas. And the actual illustrations that you see, both on the cover as well as inside, a lot of that has been done by our Kaidekars here, both on the E and the I side. And so it's really exciting that this is now finally being rolled out and is going to be a really great way to enhance the experience for the Balaks and Balikas as they sort of embark on their journey of learning Gujarati, to be able to read the scriptures of our Sampradaya, as well as hear and understand the Satpurush and other Santo and the Kathavarta that happens in its original language, the Gujarati Matru Bhasha. The next sort of set of updates have to do with the summer shibir itself. As we get into September, back to school, this is going to be the time period where, because everything is going to be virtual, we can actually have the summer shibir be a little bit later on in the summer, so as to allow the summer to really focus on the adivation portion of the summer shibir. And so this broadcast really is going to happen on September 11th, and that's going to be the 1 day program that is going to be for Balaks and Balikas. The next day, on the 12th, is going to be the Group Zero Summer Shibir as well. And then the next weekend, on September 18th and 19th, over a 2 day period, we're going to have the Kishore Kishori Summer Shibir as well. And so this is an important date to keep in mind for all of us, or set of dates, I guess, to keep in mind for all of us. One of the other things that are going to be happening in parallel as the summer shibir and the summer sort of goes on are the Pramukh Swami Maharaj Shatabdi celebration broadcasts. So all of the regions have been given one program to actually put together, and it's a documentary of sorts about Swami Shri's impact on the satsang in that region. Obviously, Swami Shri's played an integral role in sort of incubating and in sort of keeping and fostering the satsang within all of the mandars, Canada obviously being no exception to that. And so on July 18th, we're going to be celebrating with all of you that contribution and that amazing push that Swami Shri has provided for the Canada Manda. And this is going to be celebrated in a grand way through that particular Sabha as well. So please do join. It's going to be very unique. The Kadikas have been working tirelessly over the past few months to put together this program, and they're continuing to work on it as we speak. And so please do join that on July 18th. Similarly, for the Mahila Mandal, they've been working very hard as well. And then their program is going to be held on July 24th for the Kishori and Balika Mandal to take note of that. And then for the rest of the regions, you see the dates on there. They're going to be all the way, so starting from July all the way through to December, the actual Pramukh Swami Maharaj's birthday celebration for this year is going to lead up all the way through to that. And so this is going to be a unique opportunity for all of the regions to contribute via this mechanism of celebrating. And then as we look past the summer months, we look forward to the Diwali timeframe. Usually is an exciting timeframe for all of us to celebrate and to come together, maybe. So this year we don't quite know how it's going to pan out. None of us really know how this pandemic situation will evolve. And so as a result, both the campus Diwali as well as the kids Diwali celebration will both be a little bit of a we'll wait and see approach. And as a result of that, we can't really decide exactly what's going to happen. Is from a local standpoint, there will be some decisions made, but it will be in concert with the regional team to ensure that we're all keeping safe. Whatever celebrations we're part of, that we're keeping kids as well as the parents and grandparents safe as we look to ensuring that we still deliver the kids the type of experience that we want to. We want them to appreciate the Diwali celebration and ensure that we're passing on those values that are core to Diwali and to core to Hinduism, and making sure that that happens. So in wrapping, there's a lot of opportunities this summer, as we've seen through all the way through from Adiveshan to the Tapomurti to the Shatabdi celebration, and so on and so on. Lots of opportunities, but I think at the core of it really lies our personal satsang. How is this summer really going to help me improve my personal satsang? And one of the ways that Swami Shri says you can offer Guru Bhakti to him is through doing the Mukpat yourself, right? Ourselves. And so it starts with us. It starts with us taking the Mukpat seriously and actually doing it, doing the memorizing and repeating it and keeping that in mind. And all of that is going to really help us elevate our satsang and our contribution towards Guru Bhakti. And then we can encourage others as well to join in, and it becomes a great way for us to amplify and multiply our Guru Bhakti towards our Guru. Thank you very much. Jai Swaminarayan.
The end part of our retreat here. I would like to thank every one of you for joining in. I know we get tired looking at the screen, પણ આમાંથી જ આપણને જ્ઞાન મળે છે. Those who do watch, I mean, everyone watches the Guru Hari Darshan, the આશીર્વાદ, કેટલું બધું જ્ઞાન બાપ આપણને આપે છે. અદ્ભુત કથા. So I would like to thank Maharaj and Swami, our Guru Mahant Swami Maharaj, giving us so much લાભ, કેટલો બધો લાભ through kathas, and our Sadguru Santos, the senior Santos, આપણને આ બધી કથાનો લાભ આપ્યો, an opportunity to serve them as well. So we would like to thank them for giving us this. I would like to also take this opportunity to thank all our કાર્યકર્સ. કેવા કાર્યકર્સ છે who have not only motivated themselves but also motivate others, from the junior કાર્યકર્સ, other બાળકોઝ હોય કે કિશોરોઝ હોય, એને જે મોટિવેશન આપ્યું છે, તો આ કાર્યકરોને ધન્યવાદ છે. and given a lot during these tough times. એ લોકોની પોતાની પરિસ્થિતિ એવી હોય તો પણ આપ્યું છે. and you know, I cannot forget everyone. We can all not forget them, from whether they were sanchalaks to goshti moderators, and keeping our sabhas live and kicking. We can say that all our sabhas were so excited after we watched the virtual sabha, the goshtis, and you can see the amount of work each of these karikas were putting in. So thank you there, doing a great seva for Bapa. Obviously, we must not forget our RCT team and NDC team. They worked year round. આપણને દેખાતું નહીં, but these amazing sabhas which we have seen, the amazing material that has come into our sabhas is due to the hard work of our RCT team and NDC. જો આમ જોવા જાય તો COVID has brought in numerous strength. તમારે પોતાને પણ ખ્યાલ આવે છે કેટલી બધી શક્તિ છે, especially the santos up here. We've seen the energy, the talent of our karyakas had. And, you know, I don't have to say much more apart from Mokshbai. The production of our regional Bal and Kishore Sabhas. And that Mokshbai, that's thank you to you guys who made it possible with all that effort, with from music to scripting, everything happening. So a very big thank you for creating such a high class production. આ બધું થાય છે. સાથે સાથે આપણે બધા, તમે તો બધા યંગ છો, but let's not forget the backbone of BK as well is strengthening is our PCs, the parent coordinators, parent karyakars, Gujarati teachers and Gujarati coordinators. Many of you probably don't know, but they are working very, very hard, you know, to get the, for example, the Satsang Diksha books, getting the Adivation books to your doorsteps of our Balaks and Kishores. These pieces and following up, networking, સંપર્ક કરવાનો, આપણે પણ કરવાનો છે, પણ એ બધું કરે છે keeping our શું કે our product of these Bals and Kishores live and kicking as well. So very a big thank you to them. ને સાથે સાથે આ બધું આપણે બધા કરે છે with one goal in mind, to get Swami's Rajipo. And definitely Papa's going to be Rajipo. ને એ રાજીપા માટે together with that Rajipo, we're going to get his eternal bliss. Eternal bliss એટલે અક્ષરધામ. ને આપણા કહે છે અક્ષરધામ એટલે ભગવાનનું સુખ આપણાને આપવા માટે બેઠા છે જ, ને એની માટે આપણાને બધી સેવાનો લાભ મળે છે. ને આ સેવાનું કદાચ ભૂલાઈ જાય, એક વસ્તુ યાદ કરો કે સત્સંગની જે શક્તિ છે એ જ આપણાને આગળ વધારવાની છે, એ જ આ બધું આપણને કરાવવાનું છે. So in the end, once again, thank you, and let's continue this year 2021, જેની અંદર આપણે આપણી સેવા તો કરે, પણ as they say, charity begins at home. Let's not forget આપણું પોતાનું વ્યક્તિગત. અત્યારે આપણે સત્સંગ દીક્ષાનું આવે છે, તો સારી રીતે આપણે એનો અભ્યાસ કરે બધા, કે એની એ મોટામાં મોટી સેવા છે. જે રીતે આમ યોગી બાપાનો પ્રસંગ કહેતા પટેલનો, કે પટેલ ગયા શોપિંગ કરવા માટે, તો આખા ગામનું લઈ આવ્યો, પણ પોતાનું ભૂલી ગયો. So you may do the best sabhas, we may do the best networking, પણ આપણો પોતાનો સત્સંગ. So that's the thing we need to also focus in. But the seva gives us an opportunity to fast track on that. એટલે મહારાજ સ્વામીને પ્રાર્થના કે એવી બુદ્ધિ, બળ, શક્તિ આપણા સૌને આપે. શ્રી સ્વામી ભગવાનની જય.
गुणातीतं गुरुं प्राप्य ब्रह्मरूपं निजात्मनः विभाव्यदासभावेन स्वामिनारायणं भजे। श्रीहरिं साक्षरं सर्वदेवेश्वरं भक्तिधर्मात्मजं दिव्यरूपं परं शान्तिदं मुक्तिदं कामदं कारणं स्वामिनारायणं नीलकण्ठं भजे। श्रीहरिं